Hey guys, welcome, welcome. We'll get started shortly. Welcome everyone, welcome, welcome. We'll get started shortly, guys.
Are
you eating?
Yeah.
Are you on a Zoom call?
Yes.
Welcome guys, we'll get started shortly here. Hey Bill, welcome.
Hey, dude.
Hello, hello. Supremacy, welcome, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. Hope you guys had a good day. Hey Janelle, welcome, welcome.
Hi, David. How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Welcome.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome, everyone. Hey, Kim, welcome. We'll get started shortly.
Me alone.
Hey, David.
Hey, hey.
All right, Ron has COVID, man.
What's that?
Ron has COVID.
Ron has COVID. Oh, how is he doing?
Not good. I talked to him about 2 hours ago,
Mhm.
and he's very, very concerned. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Is he in the hospital?
He went to emergency last night, and he's back at home. And but he said his the coughing is really, really, really bad. And of course, you know, the problems with his chest. And the doctors examined him and told him that I can't remember if he said the worst is over, but the problem he had with the damage to his lungs, as far as they can see right now, there's no damage to his lungs.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I'll make sure I reach out to him when we're done. Yeah, we all have to be careful, you know, out there. So, yeah, we'll make sure reach out to him. Hey Gary, welcome, bud.
What's going on, boss?
Good, good. All right, guys. As you guys know that this evening is Q&A. So what we do on Q&A is just open the floor to any questions that you guys might have, whether it's on the markets, the systems, just anything in general. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Let me share my screen here. So just you guys can just, like I said, just jump in with anything that you guys want to talk about. The news of the day is the pound yen. So the pound yen closed today, and just a perfect close. I mean, when we when we get signals like this, we know that things are just working really nicely. I mean, a nice trade. Break of this resistance here, got a buy signal, broke support right here, this support line right here, got a sell signal to get out. Just really nice trading by the system. So we should be out of the pound yen. If you guys notice here, the yen pairs are now down. So they're not up like they were, they're all down. So several of the pairs are giving sell signals. So we should be out of the yen pairs, okay? Aussie yen, Aussie CAD, all right? If anyone is in Aussie CAD, I'm not gonna say close it, but boy, you know, I would watch it really closely. I mean, you might get a move to the upside. It's the only one that's still up right now. All right, so if you're not out of it, I would say I'm not gonna say get out of it, but watch it closely for a sell signal. Okay. Swiss yen, we should be out of that. Here was our sell signal. It's all the way down here. So this is a good example, guys. If we don't get out, right, you know, at the sell signals, you know, this could happen. You see this big drop here, right? All right, so we want to get out on those sell signals. Euro yen, so broke support right here. We got a sell signal, so decent trade. Bought here, sold here. And again, pound yen, nice trading from pound yen. All right. New Zealand yen, sell signal here. New Zealand yen broke up this support right here. And then dollar yen, right? Dollar yen sell signal right here. We should be out. Okay, so that doesn't mean we are done with the yen pairs forever. I mean, we could get some consolidation, and then we can get back in the reaccumulation phase. But for right now, that's it. Only pair right now that still has a buy signal is CAD yen. All right, so I don't see anything else here that that's moving. I mean, there are individual trades that are moving, but as far as a group, and that's what we want to see, we want to see the whole group moving. Let's see here, pound. So the pound Swiss, is anyone in the pound pairs? Anyone in the pound pairs? I know we haven't spent a lot of time in the pound pairs, but there have been some pretty good runs here in the pound pairs. All right. But basically, I would just say wait for a rotation. All right. So wait to see what group starts moving again. Okay. So everything is kind of mixed right now. So it's really mixed right now. So we just have to wait. 1 second here. Euro Swiss. Pound Swiss. So the Swiss pairs. So the Swiss pairs might be making a move. All right, but no real, nothing from the majors, no big, move. All right. Any questions on anything? Anything you guys want to take a look at?
Hey, David, I got out of my dollar yen trade long.
The dollar yen?
Yeah, and I flipped that to dollar yen short.
Okay, so you went short?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a brave man.
I went dollar yen short, and so far I'm doing okay. I'm
Okay.
still in CAD yen. The
I
one you
don't
just,
know why this hasn't given a short signal yet.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, 'cause
probably,
I think it needs to go down to that purple line, maybe a little bit closer.
yeah. Oh, it
Oh, yeah.
might.
When it meets the old, what is it, the support, when it meets the support, right? The purple.
Yeah, so it might, yeah, it might be looking for this purple here, but that's a long ways down. Okay. Yeah, I
So
mean, it's not a bad trade. It's not a bad, yeah.
so basically what he just said is you sold and then well, you basically cashed out, and then you put a sell signal, right, to go down and get a little bit more. Is that what you did?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I flipped it. From
Nice.
long to short.
I was just gonna ask that to Dave too. I was just gonna ask. I said, "Hey, Dave," I said, "Wouldn't it be good while things are just falling down if you can just, make some money while it's falling down, anyways?"
Yeah, but you know, the problem with that is this, there's not a sell signal yet. And
Yep.
what this could do is, it could
Consolidate.
be in a distribution phase where it's
Yeah.
sideways move. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend this for the new traders. But Kim has been doing this for a while. So the goal is, after you guys do this for a while, you get a feel.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yep.
you get a feel for what things are doing. So you can when you guys get really good, right, you'll actually beat the system, kind of like what Ricky does, kind of beat the system. And I'm not saying where you try to go against it, but you will put in trades where you might be a few hours early. Okay, so you know what's happening here, right? So Cam took this move right here, it closed. We got selling coming in, kind of like this right here, right? Kind of like this. Okay, so he knows selling is going to come, selling is in right here. He knows it's just a matter of time that a sell signal will come in, because he's been doing this for a while, right? But for new
And if it
traders, I
doesn't-
wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, and if it doesn't, then I'll probably have a small loss or just a small gain, and I'll take it off. And so that's that. I'm still in Aussie CAD short.
Aussie CAD.
Hey, Dave, those wires, I call them wires, the green and red ones that are, those are EMAs, right?
No,
Those just the red and green wires that
The
go around.
moving averages, yeah, moving averages. Yeah. What did you have a question about the moving averages?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
I don't know how they like, in short, very simple, how the moving averages work to your favor. Kind of like simple. How do they work to your favor
Okay.
when it comes to doing trading?
Okay, so we'll keep it simple, right? So just think of it like this, and this is the easiest way I can explain it, right? So think of the moving averages like your road. This is your road, right? Okay, so this is a path. So let's say you're walking through a forest. I don't know how to. so let's say you're walking through and you have a path. This is your path. Okay, on the left side, this is gonna be your markup phase. So if price is on the left side of your path, your road, right? That's the markup phase. Green candles, we should be buying. Okay, so green, think of it, green, right? Green, markup phase, green candle, green moving average, we should be buying. The red moving average is on the right side of your road, right? So price is on the right side, right? When price gets below that moving average to the right side, red candles, we should be selling. What the moving average is here for is to kind of give us a roadmap, right? This is the road. So otherwise it, we can still do it. We can still trade without it, but it kind of just separates the buyers from the sellers. So that's the easiest way to look at it. Okay. So the moving average will separate. All we've got is a little bit of separation here, and it's separating the buyers from the sellers. That makes sense?
Yeah, simplicity. Yeah.
Very simple. Yeah, very simple. All it's doing, say, if it's below the moving average, below the red moving average, we should be selling. We should be out or shorting. Above the moving average, the green moving average, we should be buying. So it's only there for separation. All right. If we do not want any candles within the moving average, if we get candles within the moving average, then we are consolidating. Okay, then we are consolidating. We don't want
What's
that.
the moving average again?
What's that? Here's the moving average, the two lines, right?
Okay, so in between the two lines is the moving average?
Yeah, the moving average is actually the line.
Okay,
The line is the moving average.
got it. Okay,
Okay,
okay.
that makes sense. If not, I can go over it some more.
Now, I'll take that for now.
Okay. So just look at it as a road that separates buyers from sellers. Okay.
Yep.
On the left side of the road, you've got green candles, buying, buying, buying on the left side. On the right side of the road, red candles, selling, selling, selling. All right. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? Hey, Kim?
I was muted. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I was muted.
Okay. Did
I'm
you have
in
a
the
question?
US dollar, Turkish lira, I'm still in that.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about getting out of that one tonight. It's starting to get into this really extended sideways move.
Oh,
Where it's
okay.
probably not much left in the trade.
Okay.
Yeah, we still got a buy signal on it right now. But I have to watch this one close too, because this one moves, as you see, it moves very, very quickly.
I wouldn't get out.
You wouldn't get out yet?
No. I wouldn't get out. No, I wouldn't get out.
Okay.
I wouldn't get out. I mean, you've got a buy signal here.
Yeah.
It's still green. All right. It's in a markup phase. I mean, I would wait. I would definitely wait. You've
Right.
got some resistance here. Let's see here. Yeah, I would wait. I would definitely wait. So here is some pretty strong resistance here. So you've got a lot of resistance here. You see that? You guys see that? A lot of resistance here. You've got resistance here. Price is knocking right at this resistance. All you need, Cam, is one big candle.
Okay.
And you're off to the races. All you need is all you need is one big buyer to come in and break this resistance. And guess what? You're moving higher. Yeah. I wouldn't. No, if you got a white candle, a red candle, a sell signal, then get out. But no. And you've paid your dues. You've been sitting in this for what, a week now?
Yeah, a little bit over a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't get out. No. This here, if it breaks this resistance, you could get another move, a big move to the upside. Yeah, kind of like this here. See how it did this? You see how it moved?
Test it. Yeah.
Yeah, look at this here. Yeah, if you look here, if you guys look here, this is basically the same trade. From here up is the same trade, right? It made a move up, right to this resistance, kind of consolidated, held it, and boom, same thing here. Made this move up, retrace, holding, and now it's holding this resistance, holding
It's like
this.
right there before it breaks resistance. It's like really, really close before it breaks resistance.
Yeah, so you could, you can get, you know, some buying coming in, you know, that can happen anytime, break that resistance and they'll all come in and move it higher. Yeah, no, I think you're good here. I think you're good here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're good. All right. Anything else you guys want to take a look at?
No, I actually had a question, but you
Okay.
answered the question I was about to ask. So now I need to look for another question because the question I was going to ask was, can you show me an example of marking your resistance with wicks? But you just did it, right?
Oh, okay.
Using wicks, like, well, wicks are like the can't like, you know, I was gonna ask, can you show me an example of marking your resistance? Yeah.
You
like,
mean manually doing it?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I think you kind of did it right when you showed Kev,
Cam, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kim, you kind of like pointed the resistance right there a little bit, so I kind of understood. You know, you pointed exactly the resistance. It was a kind of good example, but you can show me another example too.
Okay. 1 second here.
Mhm.
And that's a good question. So we need to know how this works. All right, bear with me here. Okay, you see this support and resistance line?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so the chart, do you have a copy of this?
I do.
Okay, so just remember, right, support and resistance is made when price touches an area, the same area, all right?
Mhm.
At least twice, okay, at least twice, right? So same for resistance, same for support, all right? If it's just a move to the upside, it doesn't get to that same price level a second time, then that's just like a high or a low. All right, but
Got
when
it.
it comes to that same area, now we've got resistance. We need two. The more we have, so the more
better.
touches we have, the stronger the resistance. Okay. The more touches we have at the bottom, at support, the stronger the support. Okay. So let's go to the chart now. So if we look at the example here, Kim was talking about, so you see it has several touches, right?
Mhm.
Several touches, right? So all of this, that's pretty strong resistance. It took a long time. You got to think every candle is 4 hours worth of data. So it took a long time to break through that resistance. Okay, that took about what, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, okay, of struggling here to break through that data. And same thing is happening here. That's why Kim is getting a little frustrated. It's like, oh, I'm waiting, right? So that's pretty strong resistance. And what's happening is this, these traders, this here, resistance is really your price. So traders are remembering, right, that the last time price get to this area here, which is 13.18, all right, that, you know, selling came in, or buying came in, or selling came in, or buying came in and selling, right? So they pushed the price up, sellers came in, pushed it back down, Buyers came in, pushed the price back up to resistance. Sellers came in, kept pushing it back down. Not a lot of selling and not a lot of buying. That's what creates consolidation, right? They're trading between support and resistance. Okay. If we drew up a support line here, you guys will notice that price is kind of staying between this area in here. Okay, so you kind of see in here, right? Kind of bouncing up and down, bouncing up and down. All right. So that's resistance and that's support. Okay. So when we draw our, and we've got the system to do it automatically for us, which is really nice. If you don't have the system, then you have to manually put this in, okay, to identify where you're going to buy and then where you're going to sell. Okay, now you can do this on any chart. So we can do that on any time frame, any chart. As you guys get really good at it, you'll be able to just see where support and resistance is, right? On any chart. So we can go through here and you guys can see here, support here. I'm sorry, resistance here, support here, resistance here, support here, support here. Okay, support here. We had a touch here, a touch here. Okay, support, resistance in here. So we just remember that price doesn't go in a straight line. All right. It doesn't go in a straight line. We have resistance in here, support in here. So as price moves, right? Think of this as it's just stepping down, right? It's stepping down and we've got a step down with price. Same thing when price is going to the upside. Okay, so that's how it's done. We need a minimum of 2 touches. Minimum of 2 touches. The more it touches that area, the stronger the support.
Question, I know you, there's a candle with a long wick on the left side.
Right here.
It looks like it's, yeah, it looks like it's by itself, but yep, your mouse was just there. I know you said that it has to touch twice, but that's because the green bar on the.
Very good. Very good. Okay, very good. All right, so this is a high, right? So this isn't really resistance, or is it? Is this resistance?
No, that's the new mark, right?
It's not resistance.
What I would say, because that green bar right there, yeah, that green bar right there.
Is this resistance now?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, you're
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this level here, remember, support, resistance, okay, on the way down becomes support. Okay, so on the going up, we have resistance. So when price goes up, we have resistance, but on the way back down, that resistance becomes support. Okay, and it's just levels we want to track, but it's important. So that's a good question. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah, can you show me an example of I guess like a supply zone?
A supply zone.
Yeah, so like a zone, what like a zone where you know how you say like get in a zone, so like a supply zone, that like a zone where you know that it's gonna get good.
Okay.
Like it's gonna, like, kind of like you would be able to jump into like a supply zone where you'll be like, okay, here is a good area where I would be jumping in, you know?
Okay.
I'm asking the right questions because I'm not sure if I'm asking it correctly.
Okay. So what I don't do this, some traders do this, right? So like right in here, what happens is this, okay? When the price breaks resistance, I'm trying to find a good, okay, this is a better example here. Okay. Okay, so here is support. There is support here. Here is resistance. Okay, here is resistance. So price broke resistance right here. We got a buy signal. Okay, right. All in here is your supply zone. Expect the price to, I would say 9 times out of 10, pull back. Okay, and what's happening is as the price breaks resistance, you have the big institutions, the big hedge funds, they will pull the price back, okay? And what they'll do a lot of times is get you out. So if you have stop losses, most traders will have stop losses right near their resistance, right? And near their support too. So they'll put stop losses right in here. So what the hedge funds, big institutions are doing is they're moving the price down. Yes, they want to kick you out, but most importantly, they're trying to get a cheaper price. So they're trying to get a lower price also before they move the price higher. Okay.
Wow. That's a good
And
strategy.
sometimes, yeah, and we can call that like a cup and handle too. Okay, that's sometimes called a cup and handle. All right, where if it kind of shapes like this, it kind of goes like a bowl here, like kind of like this. All right, a cup, and then a handle, and then break to the upside. All right. What a lot of traders will do, the really savvy traders will wait. Okay, so they'll wait for the price to pull back. So they won't buy at resistance. Okay, so they'll wait for that liquidity to come in, wait, and then they'll get in. They might get in here in the middle of, let's go here. Okay, so they might wait. Okay, so here's the cup and the handle, cup and handle, and then boom. So what they might do is wait for this. Don't put any stop loss, right? So they're just gonna wait for the price to retrace. Okay, and then when it comes back, hits that resistance. They might not even wait for that for price to break resistance, like here. They might wait right in here and then get in. And then get in, right? To not get stopped out. Okay. The problem, no, that's good. I mean, that's good to do. We don't do that. Okay. And a couple of things why we don't do that is because, so here is support right here. Here is support. It doesn't always happen. So it happens a lot, right? This pullback happens a lot, but it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens a lot, but sometimes we just don't know, right? So what happens, the way we trade it is that we're going to take that trade. We want to take that trade. Okay. We are not putting any stop losses. However, if the price breaks support, we will get in. Okay. But we will get a loss too. So let's say for right here, price broke resistance, resistance. We got a buy, we got in, price came down, we broke support, we took that loss. Okay. Now we'll still take the trade like here. Price continued to break resistance. We took the trade and now it went up. Okay. So if you were trading this cup and handle, you would not have taken this trade. You would have waited. So you would not have taken this loss here. And then you would have gotten this trade here. Okay. But the problem with that is that it doesn't do that all the time. So sometimes you might have a trade where it never comes back. So it never gives you that opportunity to get in, okay, on that pullback. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be the best time frame? So if I was to see if it was going to do a pullback, even though it's a probability that it will, but you never know, because again, the market is filled with people who might say, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do something else.
Well, here's a good example here. All right. So here's a good example. The problem with doing that, you get a lot of emotion, a lot of guessing. All right. And we don't want to do that. We just want to act. So here is a trade here that broke resistance. So this one broke resistance, right?
Mhm.
It broke resistance. It gave us a buy signal right at resistance. If we were waiting for that pullback to create a cup and handle, if we were waiting for it, guess what? We never
But
got
it
it.
never came.
Yeah, it never came.
Missed the ride.
Missed the ride. So, you know, so yeah. So what we want to do, and there are different philosophies on that,
Mhm.
right? Part of what, especially if you guys, you know, you read the book Trend Following, we just take the trade. Yeah, we get the buy signal.
We
get
just
a
ride
break-
the wave.
we
Just ride the wave.
we just take the trade. So it breaks resistance, right? Everything else lines up, it breaks resistance. Guess what? We take the trade. Understand that the only time we want to sell is when the sellers are in control. Okay, so let's find another example here. Let's find another example. So when the sellers are back in control, here is a good example. So we can go after, we can see different examples when we do this. All right. And this is good because this is what increases your confidence. Okay. So rather than not getting in the trade, and rather than waiting on that cup and handle and doing all that, I mean, some traders like to do it. I like it easy, simple, easy. All right. We're not afraid of taking losses. Some traders are afraid of taking losses. Okay, so they want to be just as accurate as possible. You know, we don't have to be afraid of losses because we know we know what we are doing. Okay, and we know that we're only going to take a loss when the price breaks support. So here's a good example here. Okay, there's a cup and handle here. So here was the buy signal, a break of this resistance, price retraced. All right, so all the big hedge funds, big money man, they moved the price down. They got everyone out. Okay, they got the cheaper price that they wanted. Okay, but price never broke support, so we never got a sell signal. Okay, kind of came down, held support, and now here is your cup and your handle right here, and now price is moving higher.
Oh wow. So it gave you the buy signal, but it didn't give you the sell signal because it didn't break support.
Exactly.
So the system still held on to it, and you just, wow, that's really good.
Yeah. Yeah, so it still held on to it. Never. Now, if it had broken support, we would have gotten a sell signal. That means sellers are in, right? So, but if we're just if we get a buy, price breaks resistance, and forget this is even here. Forget this is even here, right? Okay. By the time if you're trying to get the best price, a lot of times, you know, the trade is far gone. So we don't want to do that. We want to buy it. We know that they're going to do this, right? We know that a large percentage of the time, okay, they're going to, you know, run stop losses, right? So we know that they're going to bring the price back, run stop losses, okay? They're going to get liquidity, fill liquidity, get a cheaper price, right? We know that, right? We just want to make sure that they don't break support, because once they break support, it's over. There's nothing we can do. Price break support, like kind of like here, broke support, it's going to come down. There's nothing we can do. All right. Okay. That makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So that's your liquidity there. So they're feeling, they're running stops, you know, getting fills, getting a cheaper price before they move the price higher. All right. Okay. Any other questions? Any questions on this guy? Because this is important here. Because I get a lot of traders. They're like, well, David, it's risky, right? Why don't you have a stop loss? Okay, why don't we put a stop loss? And I'm like, well, a stop loss is risky. You put a stop loss in here, you got to give the price room. You got to give them room to move. And we know that they're going to run stops, or not that they're running stops, they're trying to get a cheaper price. Now, some of the brokers might run the stops, all right, but they're trying to get a cheaper fill, right? They're trying to get a cheaper fill, because if you remember, in that accumulation phase, they're accumulating, they're buying. Okay, they're continuously building positions. So all in this area here is where they're building positions. So they're gonna run it to the resistance, run it to support, and build positions before they move.
That's Dave, that's their supply zone then, right?
Yeah. So if you play in this area here, you're gonna get caught. So if you put stop losses in this area here, you're just gonna get caught. So you guys will notice, you put a stop loss, you have a direction, right? You know that the price is gonna go up. And how many times has it happened where you put a stop loss, you get stopped out, and then the price goes in the direction that you thought it would go. So we don't want that. All right. So
what's the best way to watch? Like, if you were to watch that, it would be in the 1 hour time frame that you would watch that, or like in a 30-minute time frame that you would just see it go up and you're like, oh, okay, it looks like I know what they're doing here. Would that be like in a 30-minute chart that you would be seeing that just take place live? Like, what's the best time frame to see that?
I tell you, and I've done it all, right? And when I teach traders, I always say, stay with your trading window. All right, you're trading like right here, 240, stick with that window. All right. Now you can, and everyone does it differently, right? But I always, if you guys notice, all our trading on Monster Scalper is on the 240 right now. Okay, now if the market consolidates really, really tight, then we might move it to a 1 hour time frame. But all your work needs to be on one time frame. Now, can you look at a higher time frame to see what's possible, like the monthly? Can you look at like a 15-minute time frame, right, or a 30-minute time frame, kind of like a 30-minute time frame to see what's possible? Yeah, but you're not trading on that window, so you don't want to spend a lot of time on the monthly. Yeah, we'll look at the monthly to see, hey man, boy, look what's possible. But guess what? We can't. We have to focus on what's in front of us. Because as a good example would be pound yen, right? So look at this. We talked about pound yen yesterday, right? What an amazing opportunity it would be of pound yen if pound yen breaks resistance, right, on the monthly time frame. But guess what? That's the monthly time frame. Our trading window is the 240. We got a sell signal, right, on the 240. Yes, the monthly looks really good, right? But it doesn't matter. Our trading window, right, is on the 240. So we've got a sell signal on the 240. We've got to get out. It doesn't matter what's happening here. It doesn't matter what's happening on the 15 minutes or 30 minutes. This is our trading window.
Now I think what's going to happen, of course, I won't do anything until it does. I bet you this, I'm almost sure this is going to turn around. It's going to give you a buy signal again. And it's going to push up those highs that we see on the screen right now.
Yeah.
But we don't know that until we actually see it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we've got to get out, right? We've got to get out and wait. Guess what, guys? This could come back down, right? This monthly time frame here could come back down and test support and do this. Test support, come back down and do this. So yes, we can look at additional timeframes for entertainment, just like the news, right? But it shouldn't reflect in our trading. All right, our trading window is our trading window. We need one trading window. Once you start opening several different trading windows to look for signals and look for trends, and it's gonna mess you up. Okay, it's gonna mess you up. Good question. Good question. Good question. Anything else? Good questions tonight. Anything else you guys want to find out about the systems? I mean, that's a really good question about liquidity and getting filled. You know, traders that, unless they're really, really good, traders that put in stop losses and do all of that stuff, usually it's because of fear, right? They don't want to lose, right, a lot, right? They think if they put a tight stop loss, okay, a tight stop loss, then, you know, they're protected, you know. And what they don't realize is that that's just being very, very fearful, okay? And they don't understand that this putting a stop loss in this area here where there isn't a trend, right? Price is just bouncing up and down within that support and resistance. Okay. You know, they're gonna get stopped out. They're gonna get stopped out. We buy on a break of resistance, we sell on a break of support. That's it. Buy on a break of resistance, sell on the break of support. And we don't touch it like this here. We bought on a break of resistance, sell on a break of support. And that's it.
Dave, is Bitcoin consolidating?
Is Bitcoin consolidating? I don't have to look at the chart. Bitcoin is on the daily time frame. Now it depends on which time frame you're looking at. Okay, but on the daily time frame.
Yeah. No, I think I was looking at the let me see, because I was looking at it through mobile. I think I was looking at it through mobile, and it was on, let's see what time frame. Yeah, I think it was on the monthly time frame that I was looking at it.
Okay. Yeah, so on the
or the weekly too.
Yeah, on the daily time frame here, it's not consolidating. We got lower lows. Now this was a consolidation here before it broke support, but no, it's not. And I can tell you guys, here is the 40. It reached 40,000 and change today. Okay, so here is 40,000 right here. It will break this 40,000. Okay, unless it gets very lucky.
But it already broke the 40,000. It was today that it broke the 40,000 at 9:30 a.m. and went as low as $39,835.
Yeah,
at 9:30 a.m. today.
Yeah. So it got right here. If you notice here was the previous low here. So here it is right here. All right. It will not hold this. It will not hold this support area here. It's not strong enough support. So look for it to get to this area here, 30,000. Okay.
Yeah, what I was thinking is that maybe what you were just explaining before, the whales are allowing, you know, or I would just say the bulls are allowing the bears to, you know, sell and bring it really, really low so they can create a low price and then shoot it back up. That's my observation as why, I mean, but of course, everything might be wrong. Just
okay. So if we're looking at the price, and this is good, guys, this is good. So if you're analyzing it right now, So what is price doing right now? So forget about what the bulls, forget about what the bulls are doing.
Yeah, you're right.
All of
Let's
that.
see.
What is price doing right
There's
now?
there's the term for it. Jeez, give me a second. All right, is it redistribution?
Very, very good. Very
I
good.
didn't even look at it yet, but I'll take a
Very,
guess.
very, very good. So very good, right? Very good. And that's why that chart is important, that 4 market phases. Yeah. Yeah. That's the terminology you want to use. Where is price? What is it doing? It's in redistribution. Absolutely. And it's in redistribution. Why is it in redistribution? Because
It broke support.
it broke support, the sellers are in control, right? And we do not buy until, right, it goes through accumulation, breaks resistance, and now we're in the markup phase. Very good. Very good. You got it. You got it. So it doesn't matter the bulls, the bears, what the news say, what anyone is saying out there in the street about it. It doesn't matter. Right here,
It's what we're seeing.
It's what we see, baby.
Yep,
Right?
I agree.
It's what we see, and we can. Everyone can see this. No, not everyone knows what's happening here with price. You guys know, right? You guys are the fortunate ones. You know, no one else knows. But you guys know, and guess what? You know, it's in the markdown phase, redistribution. We wait, we wait, we wait. We'll have our chance. We'll have our chance. We have to be patient. We wait, right? So here we've got stronger support right here. So we have several touches at this level right here, right at 30,000. So we've got stronger support. But keep in mind, as price continues to test support or test resistance, there's a better chance it's going to break that area. There's a good chance it's going to break that area. So if Bitcoin gets to about 30,000, okay, and it doesn't hold here, right? Okay, then there's a good chance it's going to go lower. And if it gets lower, there's going to be a lot of pain. So we call it, there's blood in the street, right? The lower the price goes, the more fearful folks get. And they start dumping and getting out, and that pushes price even lower, right? That pushes price even lower. So, I mean, who knows what can happen, but anywhere in this area in here, if it tests that 30,000, and then anything is game. All right, anything can happen. All right, anything else? Anything else? Good questions. Good questions. Well, let's take a look at the market, the equity markets, and then we'll call it a night here. You know, we talked about this last week that we were seeing selling coming in. The market was down today, but pulled back up, okay, a bit, but still in some trouble, okay, in some trouble here. So I would just be careful. We do not have buy signals on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, you see here, we got selling here, broke support today. The Russell, like I said, the S&P and the Dow kind of pulled back a bit. They came down quite a bit here. Okay, I think they were down, what, 400 or 500 points for today. The VIX went up as much as 23. The VIX went up and came back down. All right, but just be very careful. We had some trades in sniper. I think we got pretty lucky with our sniper trades today because the market was down pretty heavy, but just be careful. All right, we getting more down. See, guys, look here, down here in the some of the sectors here. So selling is definitely coming in. All right, so trade lightly. All right, guys. Great questions this evening. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Hey, Cam, hold on to your trade. I want to see how that works for you.
All right, I'm gonna hang on to it for sure.
Yeah, it might be getting close for a nice pop there for you.
All right.
All right, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, David.
All right,
All right, take care.
all right, guys.